So I want to do 8.2, number 29. So I'm looking for slope, intercept, and equation for this line they give me a picture for. What's relevant about the picture that they gave me? Yeah, they gave me an input pair, input-output pair, and another one, right? They gave me 2 points on the line. Is that everything I need?
Yes.
Yeah, they didn't really have to draw the rest of the picture. So how do I calculate slope, for instance, from this? Okay, so the slope, right, is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1?
But you don't have to do that because there's a graph.
Oh,
You
yeah.
go up and then run.
You guys see that?
Yeah.
So I could do this formula, or I could just count, right? So let's see, how far did I run, say, between these two? In other words, how far is this? 5. Maybe I should do this in a different color. So I want to know how far this is. That looks like 5 to me.
This is 6. Yeah, you're good.
How far is this? 3. Pretty cool, those. Okay, is my slope 5/3? What's my slope? Whoa. Why not 5/3?
Rise up and
Okay, it's rise over run for one thing, so this thing better go over that thing. And then, why'd you put a negative on that? Yeah, because if I run 5 that way, I dropped 3. Cool. So we get negative 3/5. Bam. Cool. I'm good with that. All right. Now, I'm looking for the b value, right? So,
Wasn't that just B intercept? I mean, Y intercept?
you guys see that? This looks like it probably hits right there on my picture. Does it look like it hits right there on the books?
It's like a tiny bit lower than negative 2.
Yeah, it's off.
Yeah, I can't tell whether it's right on or off on the books picture, right?
So
You guys see that? It looks like on the books picture, the tick might be just a tiny bit up. How in the heck do I figure that out?
Yeah.
I could do that. We could find B that way. How else could we find B? What was our strategy with the last one?
approximately.
We don't even need to approximate. We could figure it out. So this is negative 2 units over, right? You see that?
Yep.
So I need 2 of my rise runs. You see that? This is a bit bizarre. I might think about this slope as being negative 3/5 over 1. You see that? I don't have to think rise over run. I can think this whole thing is a rise over 1 run. You see that? So in this 2 units, right, I'll drop 3/5 once and then
3/5.
3/5 again. Gives me a total of 6/5 drop from where I was at negative 1. So I might think to myself, negative 1 minus 6/5. Is playing along with this?
Yeah.
Really, this is me thinking. I've got negative 1 minus 3/5 once, minus 3/5 again. That's 1 unit of run, and then the second unit of run. What's up?
You just do y minus y1 equals m x minus x1, like
Sure.
for the actual equation and get that?
Yeah.
'Cause that seems like a lot easier.
Yeah, it depends on how you think.
Easy.
For some of you, right, cram this thing into y equals mx plus b is going to be a lot easier. Right? You know one of these points, say 3, negative 4, or negative 2, negative 1. If we cram that in, we'd get that output, negative 1 is negative 3/5 times negative 2 plus b. Then you can solve for b, right? Look, you get the same thing. You guys see that? There's nothing different here. So I got, all told, negative what? Negative 11 fifths. And so is the tick slightly above the line? How's negative 2 compared to negative 11 fifths?
Down,
Yeah,
isn't it?
negative 11 fifths is just a little bit less. It's a fifth smaller than negative 2. Okay, so however you think about this, you should get b as negative 11 fifths. And then how do you get an equation? Yeah, you just write the equation down, right? It's f of x is
Negative 3/5
minus 3/5 x
minus 11/5.
minus 11 fifths. Cool. Other questions?
I kind of just tuned out accidentally for a sec. Where did the 2 come from in that equation?
This guy?
Yeah.
So this is me thinking about the pair negative 2, negative 1
Oh, okay.
over here.
All right.
We could have used 3, negative 4, but it doesn't matter. What's up?
Alright, that's stupid fractions, but can you show me how you got the 11/5?
Thank you. That's what I just asked.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Although
Sorry.
I think I just answered it.
So I'm fiddling with negative 1 minus 3/5 minus 3/5.
Okay.
Okay, so I should think to myself, what's the common bottom between all those fractions?
Okay.
5s, right? This is 1s on the bottom, 5s on the bottom, 5s on the bottom. So you should convert everything to 5s, fifths. So how many fifths are in negative 1? Negative 5 fifths, right? It's the same thing as negative 1. And then I've got minus 3/5 and minus 3/5.
So that's 11.
Yeah, and so all told I have negative 5, negative 3, all fifths. That gives me negative 5 minus 6 fifths is my negative 11. Cool? Good question. I sometimes gloss those. If I do and you're confused, please yell at me. Anything else on this one?